Hey everyone, Clarky here, welcome back to another video. Today we're ranking every single Cold War Zombies map right versus the best. Now this is including every single DLC, so because Outbreak is considered DLC 2 within Black Ops Cold War Zombies, I will also be including Outbreak. So we have 5 maps in total to rank. We have The Machine, Firebase C, Outbreak, Marauder Totem, and Forsaken. Now I just want to let everyone know right now before this gets into hand. The video title, yes, it says rank worst to best, but granted, whatever I put at the bottom, wherever I put this, whatever, know that I don't hate any Zombies maps. I've said this every time I've done a ranking video or just reviewing a map at all. I don't hate any Zombies map or any game. It just, there will be ones that I like more than others. So you could technically say, whatever I place at the bottom, I do like it, but there's other maps that I like more than the other. And let's get right into it. So coming in at number 5, as you can see on the screen, is Outbreak. Now I know Outbreak has had a lot of drama on Twitter and everything, and I personally do really like Outbreak. Outbreak is definitely a cool ass idea and mode, and honestly, Outbreak has one of my favourite Easter eggs ever, specifically the first one. I really loved the first Easter egg. The second one was really cool as well, especially how that was considered a prologue to Marauder Totem. 2 Easter eggs in this game mode I thought was a really cool ass idea, and the stuff that they've added in Outbreak, which is really cool because it's big ass maps like grappling guns, vehicles, goddamn tanks, like that shit is really awesome. And again, before people say anything, I really genuinely do like Outbreak. Still to this day, I still play it till this day, and I really have a butt ton of fun. So just for anyone wondering, I do like Outbreak. Just for the other maps I'm going to say in this list, I just like more. But Outbreak definitely is a cool idea, especially how it has some of my favourite multiplayer maps within this game mode, especially Armada. Armada, when it released in the beta for Cold War Zombies, was one of my favourite maps for multiplayer, and I'm glad they brought it in to Outbreak. And just in general, I think Outbreak is an amazing idea, and I can definitely see the problems people have with the game mode itself, but all in all, I do not hate this game mode at all. I genuinely do like it as a whole. So yeah, it's just personally the other maps that are on this list I just like a tiny bit more than Outbreak. So yeah, no hate towards Outbreak. I definitely like the idea. I think it's very cool, but that's really all I have to say, and that I just really don't hate Outbreak at all. I think it's a definitely cool ass idea, and there's not much I can say apart from the fact that I think they've done a good job with Outbreak. So yeah, that's really all I have to say, and that's why Outbreak is at the number 5 spot. In the number 4 spot, we have Firebase C. Now Firebase C, when I ranked every single Cold War Zombies map that was within the game by the time Outbreak released at that point in time, I genuinely did say Outbreak was one of my top 5 favourite maps of all time. It's not anymore. Nothing's really changed as to why it's not. It's just because there's other maps out there that I genuinely do like. Really wasn't sure where to place Firebase C. Granted, I really do like the map, but I was just thinking how Orda's definitely a really cool boss. I thought he was one of the coolest bosses ever in Zombies history. He still is till this day. He was in Firebase C, he's in Outbreak, but my one thing that I really did wish for Firebase C is that we got like a new type of boss, like maybe a 3-headed Order, you know. I thought that would have been cool, but all we're doing is simply facing Order just in a different location. Like, that's really it. Granted, I thought it was cool as hell. When we done the boss fight for the first time, we struggled, especially when we tried the revive gamer strat throwing tomahawks 24/7, but apart from that, that was very funny. It was definitely really cool. It brought up hype and tension, saying, oh, you thought you were about to escape with maxes and stuff, and now we got Order about to snap you in half. It was definitely cool, and I could definitely see why Treyarch done it, because Order was a new boss that was just implemented into Cold War Zombies, especially when it's something super giant. And granted, we saw a tease of him in The Machine. It was just something I really did think that could have been changed, but hey ho, I'm not complaining. I still think it's a cool ass idea, and I still think Order being the final boss is not a bad thing at all. I actually kind of like it. I just wish it was something different as well. But the Firebase C as a whole, it's nice looking. Like Shangri-La, granted, it's a cool ass map and I do like it, but not one of my like top tier favourites. One of my favourite things about Shang is the beautifulness that it has, like the bright colours, it's in a jungle, and Firebase C definitely has that as well, but with the Vietnam setting that it has as well, it definitely suits the mood well, you can say. And especially where this is where pet's going, and I definitely do like how you turn on power within this map as well. It's new, it's unique. Instead of just flipping on a switch, you actually need to go around with 3 generators. I actually don't mind that stuff. Granted, I can get where people are coming from, where they would just want to flip a switch normally instead of just having to go around collecting buckets like in Zetsport or something, but I like the ways there's unique ways to turn on power, and Firebase C is probably one of my favourite unique ways to turn on power. I thought that was really cool. But again, and for future reference for when I rank the rest of the maps, I wish they'd done it in D Machine where it has a dark ether sign. Now, I know you can go into the dark ether within Firebase C by simply just looking at the bunny, and there you go, you're in a completely new area within the dark area. But the thing is though, with what D Machine done better with the dark ether is that you're still in the same areas that you can play in all the time. It's simple D Machine, but the only difference is that everything's dark ether coloured. And I wish there was a dark ether pole where you're in Firebase C, but the whole map is dark ether coloured as well, and you're only in there for a temporary amount of time. I wish they'd done that in Forsaken, and I wish they'd done that in Mara 2. But apart from that, I don't hate it. I just wish that would have been a coolest idea to add within the future maps. Or they could have added into a Super Easter egg, which a Super Easter egg never happened, and I'm very upset about it. But apart from that though, I genuinely do think Firebase C is a nice, cool looking map. The Wonder Weapon is really nice too, and there's really not much I could say apart from the fact that I do like Firebase C. It's just the other maps I do like more. But yeah, that's why Firebase C is coming at the number 4 spot. Coming in at the number 3 spot, we have D Machine. Now, D Machine was the launch map for Cold War Zombies, and I quite frankly enjoy it. Granted, when there was hardly any content coming out, and Firebase C did release early instead of releasing in Season 2 and stuff. When ZWC3 was happening, I played this map like no man tomorrow. Like, I was grinding the challenge so much. And granted, there was tons of rage, but I actually really did enjoy myself. And the Easter egg, granted, it's quite easy in my opinion, and it's quite short. Every time I do it, I actually really do enjoy myself. I like the dyes. I think the dyes are definitely really cool wonder weapons, especially the elemental ones. Along with that, just all in all, it's a simple, plain, cool ass map to me in my opinion. It's a good way to start off for you to get into the swing of things for Cold War Zombies. Like, it starts you off in an era where you've played before, if you've played previous Zombies maps, especially World at War, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2 Transit, Black Ops 3 Revelations, or Black Ops 3 Nat. It starts you off in the area where Nat during Toten is. Like, you could say this is a new map, but at the same time, like, you can in a way, because the main map really focuses on the facility bunker, and at the top there's just Nat during Toten, which I find that's really cool. You could say this is a Nat remake as a whole, but in reality you can't. So in a way, it's a bit of both. But as a whole, I really genuinely do like how they started off Cold War Zombies as this is its first map. And again, Firebase C was supposed to be launched with D Machine, but they decided to hold it back and try and make it better as possible, which I'm actually quite okay with that, especially how, when and where the maps launched, how we got to where we are today. I definitely really did like how they did held it back, so good stuff, Jared. But as times went on, they've updated D Machine a lot with limited time game modes like Cranked. They made a Christmas themed version of the map. They've added in the Rampage and do so. They're also added in new perks, equipment. They're updating the whole game mode as a whole, which being transferred into the older maps that have already been released within Cold War Zombies. So it's definitely really cool. And D Machine, to me, granted it's simple and plain and easy, I enjoy doing high runs on this map. I enjoy doing the Easter egg on this map, and I think it is very cool. And all in all, I don't know what to say. Like, and I said D Machine, out of all the launch maps that we have, I think as of right now we have 8 launch maps within Call of Duty Zombies. It's like, man, like I ranked D Machine at 4, and I was very surprised when I think about it now, because D Machine can generally be like, I'm not going to say one of my favourites, but it's definitely up there for me. And I generally really do like it. So honestly, good stuff for what they did on D Machine. So I have really nothing much to say for D Machine, honestly, because I do quite like the map. So yeah, that's why D Machine's coming at the number 3. Coming in at the number 2 spot, we have Marathon. Now I'll say this now. I was originally going to say for the number 1, which I think everyone knows what the number 1 is now. But with Marathon, it was definitely really cool. It brought back a spark in the community, because a lot of people, by the time Season 2 was out, a lot of people were making Outbreak content, people quite liked it, and in Season 3, we never got a new map, people were dying down a bit. Well, not dying down a bit, just everything was a bit more quiet. And with the launch of Marathon, a lot of people were happy because it looked really nice. It was set in Berlin. It was a new map that we haven't seen. It had some campaign assets, sure, but it was really cool. The boss fight was nice. The wonder weapons were cool. The new boss was really nice as well. A lot of people generally did like this map, and so did I as well, especially speedrunning it. Granted, the Klaus glitch, the infinite Klaus glitch is annoying itself, but I definitely did have fun speedrunning this map when it came to Z4C3. Now, along with that, the map itself is really nice for its storyline as well, because we're led not by Requiem, but we're led by Omega in this map due to the fact that we got kidnapped and we need to save Raptor 1 if we do what we're asked, and that is to kill their traitor, Valentina, which I thought was really cool. So in a way, we're working for Requiem, but at the same time, we're working for Omega, because Requiem in a way wants to kill Valentina, but at the same time, Omega wants to kill Valentina as well. So yeah, we got some cool shit there. So honestly, good stuff. I really liked how they did the story in this map. Klaus as well is definitely really cool with a Silver Protector type look, and of course you can change what he looks like, you can upgrade him, and as well the map just looks really nice when you turn on the power. It's got a lot of bright lights on, and all in all, I just really genuinely do like this map for what it is. So I really think Treyarch done justice with this map, and I'll be honest with you, and I know I was going to say this at the start or for when I said the number 2 spot here, but I genuinely thought Maritone would be my number 1 zombies map for Cold War Zombies. When I saw the Forsaken trailer, I was genuinely wondering if, like, oh, it looks cool, and I probably would have liked Forsaken, and I do, don't get me wrong, I know I would have liked Forsaken, and I still do till this day, even when it's released. But I just thought for some reason that I would like Mauer just a tiny bit more for some reason. But obviously that didn't seem to be the case. But hey ho, Mauer's a cool ass map. I like what they did with it. I like the story. I like the wonder weapons. I like the enemies. I just liked how it's all played out, especially the boss fight being really, really cool. My one thing I would have liked is the fact that they would have added in a boss fight arena. That's one thing I wish they would have done in this map, because a boss fight arena in this map would have been very, very cool. And granted, this was apparently supposed to be a Kino remake, but all there is that this is the same area where Kino took place. Kino took place in Berlin. This is taking place in Berlin. That's literally the only way. But so there's no signs of Kino at all. But if there was a boss fight arena in this map and it was Kino de Tone, I genuinely would have been fine with it. I thought that would have been sick as hell. But oh no. This map is definitely cool, story's great, one of the weapons are great, and there's not much to say apart from the fact that I really do like Mario Tutorial, and I think it can be one of my favourite maps of all time. So good stuff for Treyarch on making Mario Tutorial, and that's why it's coming out the number 2. And then coming out the number 1 spot, personally for me, is Forsaken. And like I said with Mario Tutorial, I genuinely thought Forsaken would have been a cool map, and it is, but for some reason I thought I would have still liked Mario Tutorial a bit more for some reason, but god, I was wrong. Forsaken is really amazing. I like how it starts you off in a no man's land type of stuff like they did in Moon, where you can get a lot of points, a lot of zombies spawning quite fast, and it can be quite difficult sometimes. Along with that, the map itself, along with its new bossy abomination, is really cool. They took the map Red Light Green Light campaign mission and made it into this, and god damn, they made it twice as well. The fact that you can play arcade games, like you can play in the original version of Nats, you can play just any arcade games and they can give you lots of rewards like salvage, perks, wonder weapons. That is so goddamn cool, and honestly I really didn't know that could have been a thing. I thought to myself it would have been like Infinite Warfare Zombies, where you can play the arcade games but it's going to be like how you normally play arcade games in real life, where it's just simply playing the controllers, moving up and down and such. But no, they made it so it's like Ghosts and Skulls on basically every arcade machine, where you're teleported into the arcade machine itself. And that is definitely really, really cool. So I'm really glad what they did with the arcade in this map. Along with that, they did release the new perk, which is PhD Slider, and PhD Slider is definitely a cool addition to this map too, along with the fact that they did decide to add in the perception perk machine within this map too. And in general, the map is really nice and vibrant, and the granted, the more I've played this map, the more I've realised it's not really huge, but the areas themselves are. So you could say it's a big map, but when you play it, it's really not. It's really not a big map. The Easter egg didn't take long to solve, and granted, it's probably my favourite Easter egg within Core Zombies. The wonder weapon within this map, the Chiselax, I don't know, is goddamn really cool. It's literally a God of War weapon within Cold War Zombies, and you can literally change it to an SMG if you wanted to, and I find that really goddamn cool. The Forsaken boss fight as well, personally to me, is easy, but it's definitely a really cool boss to fight, especially how you're fighting with Samantha and helping her out, using big laser wonder weapons, getting them trapped in Sophia. It's all really goddamn cool, the boss fight itself. And we got a boss fight arena in this map. Oh bless the Lord, thank you Treyarch for adding in a boss fight arena. But all in all, god almighty, this map is definitely really cool. I can see where people can stand their opinions with the Easter egg, because all you're really doing is getting fuel for the first neutralizer piece, and just getting all the neutralizer parts, and that's it, hunky-dory, there you go. You're basically, the boss fight is ready, and all you need to do is get set up. But apart from that, The map itself is definitely bright and vibrant, and I think it's definitely one of the best ways to end off the Cold War zombies. Just end off Cold War zombies as a whole, because I was genuinely really worried as to how they were going to end Cold War zombies, but that cutscene to me was amazing, and I found it more satisfying in Tag. I felt more emotion in that cutscene than Tag, and Tag was one of my favourite cutscenes. Granted, it never had CGI like we've had in the previous cutscenes within Black Ops 3 and even Black Ops 4 when it first released, but all in all, I definitely really like Tag's ending, and this ending just made it a lot more better. And it's not just because this ending had CGI, but I don't know, just something about it I had more feeling for it. And granted, Cold War Zombies is actually my second favourite Call of Duty Zombies game. I actually quite like Cold War Zombies. And as a whole, I think they just done a really good job with Forsaken and its ending. I didn't care how long an Easter egg took to find, whether it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 1 second. I don't care about that stuff personally. As long as the map's fun and I really just enjoy myself, I really could care less how long the Easter egg takes. But as a whole, it's definitely really cool how we're basically in a shared call with Kravchenko and our Requiem team and stuff, and we're cooperating with Samantha, trying to take down the Forsaken, and it's definitely really cool. So honestly, I think Treyarch done an amazing job with this map, and I couldn't be any more happier. So yeah, that's really all I have to say. But anyways guys, thanks so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy, please subscribe, leave a like, click the notification bell, always subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys thought about my list. Do you guys agree or do you disagree? And if you do disagree, what is your favourite map in Cold War Zombies? And again, you can count Outbreak. You can count Outbreak because that is considered DLC 2 for this game. And along with that, if you guys want to rank your favourite maps, rank worst to best, let me know in the comment section down below as to the reason why. But guys, thanks so much for watching. Again, I don't hate any of these maps at all. These are just maps I either like more than the other or just something else. So yeah, I don't hate Outbreak, I don't hate Firebase C, I actually really like all of them. So yeah, but guys, thanks so much for watching. Hope you all guys did enjoy, and I'll see you all in the next video live stream, boys. And goodbye!